Last week, he was in the photo finish, the RH2A Radios machine, car number 87, from East Hartford, Connecticut, Joey Farino.
The man they call Hollywood is next in car number 44, Additive Manufacturing of New England. The primary backer for Tony Membrino Jr.
Mr. Outside, last week's feature event winner, Competitive Edge Coatings, number 92, from Munson, Mass. It is Daniel Wesson.
Car number 12 will be next, and driver for Plantsville, as he is aboard the RDM Motorsports car. Let's meet Britt Dulac.
Nees Motorsports, car number 4, Fred Nees out of New Milford, Connecticut. We are green and racing. Ryan Charlene in the 1 car, Peter LaPooch in the 71, and the number 8 machine for Norman Sears. Not a good start, Matt. That gives us old announcers a chance to check our breath a bit, and we've got a ride car out there as well.
Yeah, why don't we check out the rest of the field? It's Ryan Charland in car number 1, Pete LaPooch in car number 71, and Norm Sears in the 8, and in the 2-seater, Daryl Christador. As Daryl Christador is in our 2-seat car, as we are back under full speed, Carlos Gray is trying to hang with Nathan Pitko. He is unable to do it. They come together, a little bump and run, and the man who takes over the top spot is Nathan Pitko. Trouble for Gray.
Trouble down the back straightaway. It's a scramble, literally a melee, as everybody gets crossed up, and it all happened when the things got messed up.
Your favorite drivers on the Whelen Modified Tour. Autograph Alley is open. And some of the classiest drivers known to mankind are waiting to meet you.
They certainly are. Also, remember, during your course of your visit with us here at the Stafford Motor Speedway, keep an eye on Stafford Speedway's Facebook page for exclusive interviews that are taking place even as we're racing. So don't forget to check out our Facebook page. Check it out on your phone, because we want you to know what's going on, both on stage and backstage. Right now, the pace car pulls away from the field. Whelen Engineering lights are off, and it is Mike Helberg staring him down. Does not like what he saw, and that's going to tighten things up, and we will double them up. Timing and scoring, checking with the restart lineup. Tommy Fox, along with Rich Keeter, taking a look at things from Race Central, and we should be ready to get back to the competition. We're going to be talking a lot about the K&N Pro Series East event. Remember those dates, June 16th and 17th. And remember that test and tune session. It's a great opportunity for you, the race fans, to come out and not only meet these drivers, but you have the opportunity to see their haulers, their equipment, and be a part of it. And it's absolutely free for that special WEEI 105.5 fan appreciation function here at the Speedway. The green flag is out, and here they come.
And a good getaway for Carlos Gray. The Outlaw has scrambled into the lead. Galloping his way into second is Joey Graff. So the youngster, a legend driver a year ago, is flirting with the lead.
And meanwhile, it is Joey Farino on the bottom. Here comes Membrino. He's considered the big dog in this class as well. And where's Daniel Wesson? Not far out of the top 6, setting in the 7th spot. Black neon car starting to glow and move to the front of the field. Trouble, 3 wide, down the back straightaway. Carlos Gray became the meat in the sandwich there, but look who's taking a bite out of the competition at the point. Back to the line, Farino is creating magic on the bottom.
And that's where he likes to run, and here comes Farino as he is able to wing-ding his way into the lead. Graff is right there, sitting on his left. Here comes Membrino. Top 3, tangling for the lead, and it's Joey Farino who will lead him into turn 4.
Farino showing it's no fluke. Mr. Inside slips up the racetrack a bit, in command. Membrino becomes the tail that wags the dog. He sets in second, but for how long? Because here comes Daniel Wesson. Wesson wants to show everyone it was no fluke. Fastest car on the racetrack, Daniel Wesson, 20.331. Here they come, 4 cars, nose to tail. Back off turn number 4, the color pink for breast cancer awareness is the car that dominates at the front of the field.
Out was Iacco leading the next group of cars, but we have a challenge for the lead. Tony Membrino, we know he can make it happen on the outside. as he is trying to napalm his way around Joey Farino. But the Pink of Farino, the Pink Panther, is still having all the answers.
Certainly is. He continues to guard the inside lane, forcing Membrino to the top side of the racetrack. Membrino doesn't like it. Oh, trouble now. Pitco is in trouble off the second turn as his car comes to a screeching halt underneath.
And it should be a barn burner tonight in the Whelen Modified Tour. Al Wizialko, tough break a week ago. He was coming off the track after practice, and he got hit by another vehicle, and it wiped out his car. So they worked hard to get it back. And a couple of weeks ago, Al Wizialko looked very good, getting a top 5 finish in that number 28 car. So there is a guy who is definitely on the upswing. That white number 28, Big Al Wizialko.
You know, in that car, Jimmy Fuller is one of the key people behind the scenes that turns the wrenches and creates the magic. And it was a bizarre situation, to say the least, that took place just 1 week ago. But they are back. They had to replace a section of the frame, and we are green and racing to the bottom of turn number 1. And Farino continues to guard the spot, but Membrino, once he gets to the outside, this is where these guys like to run, Matt. Farino likes the bottom, and Membrino likes the top side of the racetrack, and they're seeing and showing just that. Here comes Daniel Wesson. He's going to be a deal breaker.
And I don't think we have seen the best of Daniel Wesson yet, as he is hanging around in third, 1 notch ahead of Joey Graff. And Vinny Glaze having a great run, rounding out the top 5. Membrino stays dedicated to the outside line as he is trying to wear Joey Farino out.
Just as the last lap went by, 20.112, and Membrino took over the fastest time slot of the racetrack. Membrino thinks twice of it, tries to cross over. It doesn't happen there. Back in the line, here comes Daniel Wesson. Gives a smooch to the back bumper of Membrino. No love affair there. When they come off turn 4, Farino is still the leader. Back to the stripe they come, pretty much single file, but Membrino is trying everything. High, low, all over the racetrack, but Farino is not about to relinquish that number 1 spot.
A good move a lap ago by David Arute as he was able to get by Wizialko to climb into 6th place. But the man trying to do the climbing now on the outside is Tony Membrino. So Hollywood looking for a red carpet ride against Joey Farino. And Farino by a half a car as he is able to whirly-bird his way into turn number 4 ahead of Membrino.
There's no question about it as they rumble back to the line. Membrino still trying every trick in the book to create some magic to the outside of Farino. Takes it in deep, closer. Side-by-side racing down the back straightaway by inches, by wheels. But it is still Farino guarding the number 1 spot. Membrino to the outside. Here they come, rumbling back off turn number 4. Timing and scoring shows Tony Membrino as the leader. But will it stick? Matt, turn 2.
And Farino continues to ride the inside. Membrino, can he clear the 87 car? Contact as they elbow each other coming off the corner. Membrino recovers, and Membrino has a car length advantage.
Mike Elbert points the flag at them. No hard play, boys. Keep it clean and fair. 12 of 20 laps into the record books. Here comes David Arute. All over Vinny Glaze. David Arute drops to the bottom. The Big Hoss Racing Machine is looking racy tonight, just at the bottom of the top 6. Meanwhile, back up front, Membrino's getting quicker. Membrino's fastest time now in the 19-second bracket, 19.916.
The additive manufacturing of New England car has added some excitement for the first 14 laps as he is trying to pull away from Farino, and that is very difficult to do. Things are heating up for 3rd and 4th as Graff almost was able to dive bomb his way underneath Daniel Wesson. He is going to try it again. He is halfway there. That's a barn burner between 2 of the young guys, Wesson and Graff. And
look at David Arute and Vinny Glaze. They're in the middle of this. 4 cars contending for the same airspace on the racetrack. Daniel Wesson stuck in the outside lane. Graff goes low. Wesson slips up the racetrack. Last week's winner dropped back to the 6th spot. Meanwhile, the movers and shakers become Graff and Glaze and David Arute to be among the top 5.
And Tony Marino Jr. is trying to pull away from Joey Farino, and it is not happening. Farino still within striking distance. Joey Graff looking to get on the podium, but here comes Ingles, a veteran move. He blockbusters his way underneath the 2-car, and he corkscrews his way into the top 3.
And who's the tail that wags the dog now? It is David Arute, who steps on the gas, pulls to the bottom. Arute isn't done yet. David Arute moves to the podium. He'll take over the 3rd spot. Car number 75 looks racy. Vinny Ingles to the high side. Down the back straightaway. Wesson's got a flat right front tire going down. Off the turn, popsicle sticks are up. 2 laps to go.
And it is Tony Marino trying to seal the deal. Remember, David Arute was involved in that altercation on the first lap that claimed many of our competitors, and he was 7th just a handful of laps ago, trying to finish on the podium, but the battle intensifies up at the front. Joey Farino does not have a white flag in his glove compartment.
Trouble. We've got a car around. It is Carlos.
Man, I've been watching this guy right here since I was 5 years old. And it's a huge honor and a pleasure of mine to be riding with him.
Folks, he just said it all. Get your ticket to ride the 2-seater deal Chris did.
Wow. That was emotional. And Bob Potter, who gave him so many great thrills when he was sitting in the grandstand, he gave him some thrills tonight with Bob sitting right across the way in the driver's seat. What a great emotional moment.
Let's see what's going to happen. Talk about emotions, talk about adrenaline. Here it comes, off the turn. Green flag is out. Membrino with a little more giddy up. Farino keeps digging. Here comes David Arute. David Arute.
Trouble with turn
now.
1. 2 cars up against it. Wisialko is one of the cars, and it looks like that is Dulac, I believe, and Tony Membrino or Joey Farino. They would say that they're not point races. They go to win. They don't race for points. That all they see are the W's. So you're going to have 2 guys in the front row going all out to try to get the win, because for these guys, second place really doesn't matter. They have to go for the checkered flag.
They certainly do. Remember, you can keep an eye on what's going on backstage on the racetrack and more by checking in to the Stafford Speedway Facebook page for exclusive interviews going on just as we speak.
And we are ready to perhaps settle the issue. Green-white checker. And who will get the getaway? Will it be Membrino or Farino?
Down into turn number 1, Farino has a little more giddy up, and he manages to take over the number 1 spot. Membrino gives him a tap to the back bumper, but guess what? Here comes the yellow chaser, and Race Central and the officials did not like what they saw, and they are calling it back, and we're going to do it all over again. So Mike Helberg on the starter stand with Chris Combato, and Chris points to the men in the front row and tells them, we don't play the game.
Friendly gesture.
No, we don't play the game that way. And look down into turn number 1, and you see that board that's lit up, and you see that number 87? You know what that means? It means that they have decided to put the 87 to the rear. The reason for that, Matt?
For jumping the restart.
That's right.
So a penalty. Demoted to the bottom of the pack is Joey Farino, and now his chances for a victory are just about over, as he is in Bear Grylls country at the rear of the field. And Tony Membrino has the lead, and this means that David Arute will be moving up to the front row, and he will have a chance to track down the 44 car.
He sure will. That's the Big Hoss Racing car. Now remember, David Arute said a week ago that he thought he had a car that he could put on the podium and maybe even a shot at the win. He was involved in a jingle, but guess what? Tonight, he has marched from the back to the front. It's not over with yet.
So now, the spotlight is about to shine on our front row. Tony Membrino looking for win number 3. David Arute, who has 10 wins in the limited late model division, is looking for his first ever SK Light victory. They romp off turn number 4 to determine the outcome.
Here they come. Will it be a picture-perfect start? Yes, it is. And it appears that David Arute, with a little more giddy-up at the start-finish line, Membrino guards the lane. Arute on the outside, down the back straightaway. Membrino tries to string it out. David Arute pulls back in the line. Here comes Legacy. Legacy on the bottom, Matt. They are off the turn, 4 cars contending for the final circuit and the victory.
Ingles almost got underneath Arute. Arute in the dirt. He has inside position against Membrino. Here comes David Arute trying to make it happen as they go into turn 3.
Last time through turn number 3, David Arute has reeled him in. Membrino tries to guard the spot. Here comes David Arute off turn number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, down to the wire. Another near photo finish.
Junior waving to the crowd. Tony, man, good run tonight. The 44 car was tough. You and the 87 put on a heck of a show.
Yeah, Tommy Fox, buddy, you messed up there. The 87 didn't jump the start. He just got a better start. That was, I know it was probably an honest mistake, but just some constructive criticism. So hats off to racing with Joey really hard for the lead. It's always a classic battle between me and him. Congrats to David Arute on a good finish. We had a good battle there too. Tires cooled off a little bit and it gave him just a big opening to try to get underneath me. And I'm glad I was able to hold off for win number 6. And got to thank my dad and the TMR team, Eddie Flemke. They put this Raceworks car right back where it needed to be. Just like I said, those tires cooled off just a little too much. But got to thank them for all the work they do for me. Additive Manufacturing, New England, CWPM, Dunleavy's Truck and Trailer Repair, Manila's Banquet and Catering, FK Rod Ends, John's Academy of Gymnastics, Goodrich, Minuteman Press. Like I said, Raceworks Chassis, T Engines, Magnus Transmissions, and Stafford putting on a show, TSI, all our contingency partners. And I just want to dedicate this win to a couple people, to Eddie and Tommy Sanchez. They lost their father this week, and also to our good friend Chris Druin, who's laid up in a hospital right now. So this is for them, and thank you very much.
Class act right there. Tony Membrino Jr. puts the 44 car to victory lane for the SK Light Modifieds. Let's talk to our second place finisher, David Arute. David, man, car running good. Number 75 going after the win there towards the end.
Yeah, I thought I had something for him at the end there. The car sure came in strong, even after we got involved in that wreck in the beginning. Got a big push on that restart, which helped me stay with Tony here. Congratulations on him, another win. I have no bumpers left on it, so I tried to give someone else a push and notice I couldn't get to their bumpers, but we managed to get a second place. It's awesome to be on the podium. Got to thank Todd Owen and all the guys back at the shop for all their help. Alex Grab for all of his help during the race days and at the shop. My brother, my mom and dad for letting me race. Napa Auto Parts, On Time Accounting, Mayberry Material, Dunleavy Truck and Trailer Repair, Cascagrande Builders, Big Hoss USA Racing Products, USA Hauling and Recycling, VA Museo, Rad Auto Machine, and all the guys that are helping us at the shop.
Good to see this guy in a podium run here for the number 75, David Arute. Let's talk to our third place finisher, the number 95, Vinny Ingles. And man, Vinny, the 95 was awful tough tonight. You have anything for the leaders?
Not really. I mean, if you've seen that thing at 10 o'clock this morning, it was still a front clip. We put it all together. I was still putting it together about 3:30, 4 o'clock out here in the pits, and we just rolled it, put some setup in it, and just went for it.
Vinny, the 95 is looking awful good, man. You got some sponsors on there?
Nah, I do everything. I pay for everything. What are you kidding? I'm going to take, I got On-Time Olson Apartments and On-Time Accounting and them, the track sponsors. Every little bit that they put in helps us, so we're looking forward to it. Be back next week.
It was a wild and good run for the veteran driver, Vinny Ingles. Third place in our SK Light main event. Let's go back up to the tower.